Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, third secondary students. Welcome to the second semester of your book, The Traveler 6. And today, we're having some speaking examination practice. Today, we will learn 1. How to speculate and make a decision. 2. Use some words correctly. For the first one, we're going to see how you can think and brainstorm and convince others when you take a decision. Or first, you may need to convince yourself and how to take a decision about thing. You need to defend it and you need to bring in examples and you need to be logical and convince others about your decision. For number 2, we're going to use some words correctly. So for conversation, most of the time we need fluency. We need some words to help us speak correctly. Moreover, you need this kind of speaking and conversation because in the end, language is speaking and English is a language and you need to speak it and practice it. Also, since you're third secondary students, you need to remember that you may do the IELTS test or the TOEFL test. And a big part of the IELTS test is that you have a speaking test. So for the warm-up, what kind of extracurricular events does your school organize? So regardless to the books and regardless to the physical and art classes that you have, you may have some extracurricular stuff. Maybe some projects, some science fair, some sports fair, some sports day, too many, extra curricular you can do in your school. For example, for the introduction of the speaking of today, you can do what you do in the school, like, work in pairs or group work. Student A speaks about something, so you read the situation and look at the pictures and ask the questions. And student B also read the information and answer students A questions. And this is how we run the conversation among students in groups. So, too many people have different opinions. Whatever your opinion is, you're in a situation, for example, and you need to defend yours. If you chose this or if you chose that, if you're against this or against that, if you are with this or with that, you need to bring examples and you need to convince others, and also you need to be logical. For example, here in this situation, I am the president of the student council. We have decided to organize an extracurricular event that will bring the students together. However, first we want to hear from other students like you about which option you think would be best. So you're a president, you have a council in your school, and with the help of the school or the principal, you decided to do something fun, something like extracurricular, whatever it is. But before you do this, you need to run some kind of polling and ask all questions or for all the students and see what they prefer the most, So, let's take one option. You decided to have an art exhibition held indoors. So you have a whole indoors hall in your school and you decided to make it an exhibition. So you need to convince the students and the school, since you're the president of the council, of the advantages and disadvantages of your art exhibition. So the advantages are 3 here. 1, students could submit and sell their own artwork. 2, it is inexpensive to organize. 3, it isn't affected by weather conditions. So you suggested this to the administration or to your department, and then you say, one of the advantages, students can come together. They can practice some kind of social skills by learning some, selling things, and that will help them a lot. 2, It is inexpensive to organize. You just need a hole in a school and just put the pictures on the walls, and that's it. So you're not going to pay a lot of money. 3, you don't care if there's a sandstorm, if it's raining, or if it's snowing, it's cold or hot. You still can do it inside the hole or indoors, and students could just go from their classes to the hole and come back, regardless of the weather conditions. Now you need to state the disadvantages. 1, it might not be popular with students who are not artistic. Some students don't like arts. They may prefer something else like, a football match, swimming, running, some kind of, fun activities. Maybe those who don't like arts, drawing, and other stuff or making shapes, they may prefer science fair. They may prefer a computer project. So it's not going to involve all students. Another option here, so you're trying to choose and you're suggesting to the administration or to the principal or to your advisor advantages and disadvantages of all options. So outdoor sports day. It means somewhere outside. And if you have a playground in your school, so you can suggest to make some kind of sports, maybe a football match, basketball match, or different sports activities. Here are the advantages for this. It would appeal to a wide range of students. All students will like it. So those who like basketball will play basketball, and those who would love to play volleyball will play volleyball. Those who would love to do a football match, swimming. So all students will participate. 2, it is possible to raise money by selling refreshments. So if you have all students, you can have an open day for them, and you can sell food, you can sell animals, so you can sell clothes, you can sell too many things during this event. Now, it has also disadvantages. 1, it is expensive to organize. So you need too many people, you need security, you need too many sport stuff. Also, you need to bring people who work for the refreshments and sell and clean and organize, get chairs, and etc. Also, one of the disadvantages is that success depends on good weather. So if you paid all the money and you spend all the time organizing everything, you cannot really predict the weather. It could rain at any time and everything is just, spoiled out. Or it could snow, or, here's where we could get a dust storm. So the weather here really controls the success of the event. So let's say you got a, flashcards set by an examiner. So for the examination practice, your examiner could, choose for you a topic, and you need to talk about it directly, like, in IELTS test. So complete the sentences with the correct form of the words in capitals. And this is a little bit about vocabulary now. So what is that? The verb admit, here we need to change it into a noun, or keep it a verb, or an adverb, or an adjective. What is the admit to the book fair is free? We say admission, right? You remember? So we complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb. So admit is a verb. We can't say admit to the book fair is free. We say admission to the book fair is free. 2, around 200. Apply is a verb. We need a noun here. We can't keep it as a verb. So around 200 will be interviewed for the job. So around 200 applicants will be interviewed for the job. 3, will all contests? I don't think so. Meet in the main hall, please. we need to change contest into a better word, like could be an adjective, could be a noun. So the meaning will decide this. And finally, the police asked me for my exact locate. The police asked me. Locate is a verb. It doesn't work here. We need a noun. The police asked me for my exact location. So here are the answers. So the first one, admission to the book fair is free, or you can say admittance. Both is correct, but I think admission is more used. 2, around 200 applicants will be interviewed for the job. 3, will all contestants meet in the main hall, please? And finally, the police asked me for my exact location. So far what we've learned today, it was about speaking and how to prepare you if you were involved in some kind of a speaking test. And we just, talked about some advice and some tips that can help you decide on one thing, and maybe you take a decision out of 4 or 5 options. So you need to talk about advantages and disadvantages. You need to, convince the one who is doing the practice test or the speaking test for you, and you need to bring examples and support your opinion with facts. And in the second part, we just did some kind of examination practice by using some appropriate words and sentences, and how we do, word family or parts of a speech, and how we change a verb into a adverb or adjective or a noun, any kind of changes that fits the meaning. So here are the references taken from your book, The Traveler 6, the student book and the teacher's guide, and some photos from the Google Clip Art. And of course, finally, for more lessons and information, you can visit our website, ain.edu.com. You can follow us on Twitter for more news and updates. And finally, you can call us on this 24/7 number in front of you if you have any inquiry or any kind of question. Thank you all for watching this. This is the end of the lesson today. Until I see you again, have a good day and Assalamu alaikum.